All right,
Anyway.
okay.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Coach Caris podcast, Itchy, Bitchy, and guests. This episode, we have a very big warm welcome to Lynn Watson, who is one of my ladies that lift and has been recently signed off from my nutrition because she's smashing it. So, also, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday dear Lynn, happy birthday to you. Lynn's 61st birthday today. I had no idea. I'm only going,
Did I keep it quiet?
Yeah, it was her 60th last year. It was hilarious. It lasted for like 5 years. Anyway, Lynn is going to tell us, first of all, she's going to tell us a little bit about herself. Tell us about you, Lynn, please.
Hi, I'm Lynn, as Caris has already said. I'm 61 today.
Woo-hoo.
I'm a mother of 2 daughters. I'm married to Steve, the love of my life. Dare I say it second time around? Caris will know.
Yes. It's always the people that have been married twice
Yes,
that are the best.
I've got 2 wonderful grandchildren, Jack who's 9 and Georgia who's 5. I'm very blessed, I have to say, although I'm on like a drain constantly about them. Anybody who has them will know. I've got my parents with me, and they're both in their mid to late 80s.
Which is amazing, to be fair.
Yes, it is. And I keep thinking, this is part of the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing with Caris, because I would like to still be around at that point, maybe doing a wee bit more than them. So my husband and I, this sounds really quite good, we are the filling in the sandwich. Some of you might relate to that bit at the moment. So we're running after grandkids, we're running after oldies, so we think we need to be, or I need to be, I'm encouraging my husband to be as well, I need to be the best bit of filling there is.
Yeah, you need to be fit, don't you?
Yes.
To look after everybody else.
To look after everybody else. I work part-time at the moment. I am after working for 20 odd years in the slimming industry, which we'll maybe touch on later. I gave that up and I wanted more of a work-life balance 7 years ago, and I have a wee part-time cleaning job. I work, I now work a Wednesday to a Friday. I could tell you loads, but we've not got enough time.
Here for days, longest podcast ever. No, I'm joking. Right, so I'm going to just say, so me and Lynn met a while ago.
A long time ago.
Long time ago, and we met because Lynn was a Scottish Slimmers coach and I went to Scottish Slimmers. Now, I reckon it was maybe about 12 years ago.
Yeah,
13 years ago. I think I was maybe coming up for my 40th.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I think. So Lynn coached me, obviously, and then we went full circle.
Yes.
Full circle. So Lynn came and actually, you gave up Scottish Slimmers for a better work-life balance, is that right? Yeah. And then she came and worked for me as a cleaner at the cleaning company. And then I left there, obviously. You're still there, funnily enough. And then Lynn now comes to Ladies That Lift, and I have coached her on nutrition as well. So, why did it take you so long to get into lifting weights?
Well, I always thought I was quite fit.
Yeah, I think you were.
My job kept me busy, and I know people always find excuses, and we always, if we want to do something, really want to do something, we'll find a reason to do it. But the job that I had for 20 odd years was kind of a split shifts.
Yeah.
I did early morning classes, I did lunchtime classes, I did early evening classes, I did late in the evening classes, I had just a whole load of things. I had Saturday morning class as well. I did join a gym with my friend, and we were just discussing that earlier.
Said friend has just been to
Ladies
CrossFit,
for the first time. She's came today. The only machine we really used was the vending machine. No, I'm only kidding. Coffee machine. The only machine that we really used for our monthly payment was the treadmill, because we could walk and talk at the same time, which I'm very good at, as most of you probably know. Quite a few of you will know. And different things came and went, a wee bit of Zumba and different things. Do a lot of walking.
You always have, though.
Yes, always did that.
Yeah.
Yes. And then when I gave up my slimming career and went to work Monday to Friday, so to speak, I joined Parkrun. And then my friend who's just joined Ladies That Lift this morning, she came with me and we walked it to start with. And then we started doing a wee bit of running, which I'd never done in my life before, which I do quite enjoy. And then was it 2 years ago?
Ladies That Lift.
Ladies That
May,
Lift.
May 2023.
Yeah.
Yep, just over 2 years ago.
You had kind of broached the subject of opening a class.
I did, because I was scared
I
that
know.
nobody would come. Mental.
I was thinking about midlife ladies, so I then went home to my daughters. Yes, Mum, that's what you need to do. So I signed up for your very first class, and still don't know what I'm doing, but I do it.
Nah, you know that bad.
But no, it's the one thing. Well, it's 2 years, more than 2 years.
Yeah, that you've stuck at.
One thing, yeah, that's my second marriage.
I'm honoured, Lynn. I'm honoured to be in there with your second marriage. Absolutely hilarious.
Hope my husband's not listening to this.
No. I'll send him the link later. But you still walk,
Yes.
and you wouldn't ever stop that, because you have done that for years.
Yes, I still walk, and I like to get my steps in. Very old fashioned with just, I'm looking at this because it's just a Fitbit, no smartwatch or whatever. And I like to know that I'm getting at least 10,000 steps in. I can do that at my work. So I like to get a wee bit extra in. I'm aiming for about 15,000 steps a day. Because 10,000 steps is kind of my average every day.
You could do that, no bother.
And then I do a wee bit of running on a Wednesday with my work wife.
Your work wife, yeah. Lynn's got a lot of wives, by the way.
She runs, so she encouraged me to keep running. So she's a hard taskmaster at that. And then I do my Ladies That Lift training on Monday, Tuesday and a Saturday when I can definitely go. If I didn't work as early in the morning, I could probably fit in Thursday, Friday. So the training that I'm doing just now suits my lifestyle.
Yeah.
And everything else that I've got.
You've not had to make any massive changes to your lifestyle to fit the training in.
No.
Which is exactly the way that it should be.
Yeah. I can do that and then go on with the rest of my day, whether it be work, whether it be grandkids, whether it be parents, whether it be days out and whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so you're fairly active. You've always been fairly active, but you're even more active now. So you've got 3 weightlifting sessions a week. A run?
Yeah.
A couple of runs? One run?
One run.
And then loads of steps.
Yeah.
And there's you used to say a saying, there was a saying you had about thin lips or skinny lips or something. Honestly, see, you've no idea who you're inspiring. I can't actually remember it now, but I'm like, oh yeah, that's totally cool.
I used to always say that Denise and I used to walk for miles and our lips were as thin as anything, because I could go blah, 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 blah. If my thighs were as thin as my lips, I would be laughing.
Hilarious. Yeah. But walking is the best thing for fat loss.
Yes.
It's the best thing for a calorie burn. Absolutely 100%. Right, so second question that I have for you, Lynn, based on the fact that we originally met through Scottish Slimmers, etc., etc. All right, so how has your nutrition changed over the years?
I would have said since I joined your Ladies That Lift class 2 years ago, it's changed massively since then, because previously I was dieting, right? And even when I worked in the slimming industry, I think I said to you, you're more sciencey about it. I was more just a motivational, right? Eat that, lose weight. Eat that and lose weight type of thing. I was more a motivational speaker to people. I always thought about getting as much food as possible for as least calories.
Yeah. I get
and
that.
Thought nothing about macro. I didn't even know what a macro was until I met you.
Yeah,
no, my daughters talked about it, but it was like over my head. Didn't know anything about that. I knew that you could lose weight on 3 Mars bars a day, but it wasn't the healthiest option. I knew what I should have been eating, but didn't really go into it in such depth until I came to Ladies That Lift and joined the nutrition group as well, and realised the calories that I was on with your nutrition group, how much I was eating as opposed to the old-fashioned diet and the 1,000, 1,200 calories a day.
Yeah, aye, because I think we've all done it, right? And like fat loss groups like this in the slimming industry, right? They work. They actually work, and I have no issue with them. I lost loads of weight with Scottish Slimmers, but it's the after.
Yes.
It's the after the diet that I think they always fell down on, kind of thing. But yeah, I remember, and I went to Weight Watchers years ago as well, and I remember you're always trying to fit in that extra Mars bar or that extra Nutella, which is hilarious because we just had a whole conversation about swiping it out the jar without even counting it. But you were always trying to fit in what you would class as bad food.
Yeah.
As much
so
as
I would
you
eat
could.
as little as possible during the week, so as I could so as I would binge at the weekend, whether it be on food or alcohol, which we've had a conversation about as well. And I'm starving and stuffing and starving and stuffing, you're not getting anywhere. Whereas now, I've got my calories, right? I just said because it's been my birthday. And I've been on holiday with my grandkids, just at home, but which can be harder than being away. My fitness pal will be phoning me shortly to see, are you still alive? Are you still alive? So it came back out today, but I'm eating up to my calories every day. Whereas before I would probably have, say for instance, when I was losing weight with you, I was on, I think my calorie deficit was 1580 a day.
Which would have felt a lot.
Yeah, because I was like, oh. But once you get into the habit of eating differently, I'm not saying it's not a lot. I would never, ever have dreamt of having a 500 calorie breakfast. Right?
Yeah.
And I've had that this morning. Right?
Yeah.
When you count everything that I've had for my breakfast, whereas I'd have been going, well, 200 for my breakfast, and then that's fine.
You want to save up your calories for night time, or so you can sit on the sofa and eat 3 packets of crisps, 2 bags of chocolate, or you want to save them up for the weekend.
Whereas now I've become, as you said, I've become a grown up. I have
adult ladies, we're adult.
I've had 3 meals. I would have 3 meals. I'm a double decker.
Yeah.
It's still my treat, a double decker. In fact, I changed. I thought, well, maybe I could have less calories for my treat, because the double decker that I had is 171, and I thought, oh well, I could maybe have a Freddo because they're only 98 calories. So I bought Freddos, but I was having 2, so that's like,
I'm
having my double decker. So it has changed massively in what, yes, definitely, and what I eat and how I eat, and I find it easier to eat
now.
What to choose as well.
Yeah. I felt that, like, and not at the time, only because at the time it was Weight Watchers or Scottish Slimmers, and you just do what you're told. That's the whole point of going along. Of course it is. But with hindsight, I felt like I was always trying to cheat the system. I was always trying to get in another bit of shite food. Whereas now it's just like, well, you can just have that food because it's tasty, and then as long as you still get your protein in. So would you say that you're fueling yourself now because you're lifting weights, you're running, and you're walking? And you're more aware of protein and carbs and what they actually do.
What they do for your body. Yes, definitely. And I find I'm not... one of the reasons I cut back my hours at work. My husband says I hardly work any hours, but never mind. Part-time. I've cut back... part-time. I've cut back for 4 days to 3 days just to get a better work-life balance with my parents and whatever. And still doing everything that I'm doing, and I've got another day to go training. I'm not as tired. I've got more energy. I want to eat and eat better.
You're not interested in trying to save calories so you can go binging at the weekend or anything like that. You're definitely an adult one.
I know.
61, man, we're an adult one.
So there's hope. There's hope.
There's hope for all of yous out there, ladies. All of yous. So tell us about... Was there a time you were at your lowest, health and nutrition wise, would you say?
I've always had to watch my weight. I've always been, I would say, healthy. I've not got any major ailments and things like that. Niggles. But weight wise and health, Wales, I'm fine for coffee, thanks very much. Just talk about yourself. When my daughter was born, 1990, I was almost 16 stone when it was before I had her. These were the days, ladies, that they weighed you when you were pregnant.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, how tall are you?
5'4.5".
Yeah, so 16 stone you didn't particularly feel comfortable. But you were pregnant,
but
but you didn't particularly feel comfortable.
And then I had my daughter, and she was nearly 9 pounds, and I thought, oh, I'll leave all that in the hospital. No, it came with me for quite a few years. And then when my daughter was at P1, just as the Easter holidays were approaching, she said to me, as children do, you know, leggings and children never lie. Will you always be one of the fat mums at the school? At which point,
Well, by the way.
At which point I could eat a cake or batter, but you're not allowed to batter beans.
No.
So I took the bull by the horns then and decided to join a Scottish Slimmers class.
Mm-hmm.
And that was when I lost. When I joined, I was just over 13 stone, and I got down. We were discussing this. I got to my target weight of 9 stone 7.
Which was probably a bit. I don't want to use the word skeletal because that's maybe a bit dramatic.
No, but if you saw a photograph of me,
yeah.
you would definitely see it. I had, you know, when you talk about celebrities and they've got all this here, well, I had all that there. I didn't see it until you saw it in a photograph.
And were you previously that weight before you were pregnant? Because a lot of women, like especially our age, they want to get back to their pre-pregnancy weight or back to their.
No, I think I always sat round. Well, yeah, if I remember, just over 10 stone.
All right, okay.
And then I lost weight when I got married the first time.
It's only the best people that get married twice.
And then the weight went up.
Aye.
After that.
Yeah.
So
that was the best.
So that was that. And then, as I say, I joined Scottish Slimmers, lost weight, had another child, but went back to it after that, and lost the weight again, and kind of maintained my weight. And then it was kind of COVID.
Oh, yeah.
There was,
when we had the choice, you could come out of COVID as fat, a manic depressive, or an alcoholic. That's the 3 things that
pregnant, no, there's 5.
Pregnant,
or have a dog.
Oh, aye, pregnant or have a dog.
So I came out fat.
To be fair, that's possibly the best option out of the 5 of those. Maybe the dog, but yeah.
My wee clasp is closed. I've got a clasp, by the way, because trying to grow my hair for my daughter's wedding. And it's not been very successful. Anyway, so I came out fat or overweight, maybe because I don't like to use the word fat, overweight, and kind of got back into the swing of things at a different slimming club.
Mm-hmm.
But I knew it was the only slimming club in the area.
Ah, right, okay.
Because the Scottish Slimmers, the calorie deficit didn't. Calorie deficit works.
100%.
Scottish Slimmers.
Absolutely.
Scottish Slimmers was calorie deficit.
Yep.
The other one that I went to isn't calorie deficit, and it did work, but then it didn't, because I was stuffing packets of ham and things like that.
Yeah.
Right? So I thought, no, I need to get back to what I know. And that was when I'd been coming to you for a wee while at Ladies That Lift, and then decided, wasn't so much about losing a lot of weight, because I didn't have a lot of weight to lose, but I wanted to get back to eating properly, being an adult.
Yeah. So the last slimming club that you were at, you feel that it skewed?
Yes.
It fucked with your head, for want of a better word. Yeah, it skewed your ability
definitely.
To eat healthy. Yeah, I get that. I do get that as well, to be fair. It's hard, man. It's hard.
And I think once you're used to that, because you weren't having to count calories, you weren't having to do this, that, and the next thing. So when I went back, when I joined your nutrition group, I was like, oh, I'm going to have to count everything. And then I used to message you and say, and do you have to count mushrooms? Yes, of course you have to count mushrooms.
Yes. You got to scan your lettuce, ladies.
Count a tomato.
Yeah.
We'll do things in life that don't have any calories, fresh air and water.
Well, aye. But it was about, or it is about, improving your relationship with food.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because they do get skewed. It does get skewed, and there's a load of women, myself included, that have got a skewed relationship with food. And it's about learning to treat my fitness pal as data.
Just log it if you can.
It's not judgy. Do you know what? It doesn't judge you for eating.
Although when I first was in the ladies that left group, this will be here forever, right? And when if you do MyFitnessPal, ladies, you'll know that you can go down to the bottom of it and go complete my diary. And I used to like to tap it and go, if I ate like this for 5 weeks, I would be that way. Yeah. And I was like, no chance.
Which is bollocks, yeah, exactly. It's totally
that
bollocks.
Would be the best bit. But what I find now that I do is if I go out with anybody, but I used to be before when I was dieting, if I took my mum out, my mum used to say, oh, we'll not get for a coffee or a cup of tea because Lynn's losing weight. And it was right. I used to take her somewhere and take her home. Because I didn't want to spend my calories on that kind of thing.
Yep.
Whereas now, when I go out anywhere, and I'll say, I'll have it.
What's the worst that could happen?
I know. And because when I'm using MyFitnessPal, even although I'm maintaining my weight at the moment, if I don't know the calorie value of it, I do put calories in.
Yeah. It's your best guess.
Yeah, it's your best guess. So it kind of keeps you on track as well. So...
Yeah, because MyFitnessPal is a tool and it's not accurate. So, like, for anybody that eats ready meals, for example, right, if you go into Tesco and pick up a ready meal and it says 400 calories, so by law, that can be under 10% or over 10%.
Yeah, which I didn't know that until you said it.
So even if you're scanning something on MyFitnessPal, right, and you're being absolutely rigid and you're totally happy that it's 400 calories, it could actually be 360 or 440. Mm-hmm. So it's not scientific, it is literally a best guess, which is why if you go over your calories by 100, you shouldn't be having a fucking drama. No. It's just, it's a best guess. Do you know what I mean? It's to keep you on track. It's not rigid. Mm-hmm. Yeah? Yeah,
and I wasn't aware of that when you said about the calories and convenience meals, whatever.
Yeah, so if you eat a Freddo, it's like, I think it's 95 calories. So chances are every Freddo in the world is 95 calories because it's poured into a mould. Do you know what I mean? And it's just repeated. Whereas if you're doing like a ready meal, by the time you get a scoop of mash or a ladle full of beef or whatever, there's a margin for
discrepancies everywhere. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So don't be stressing. Oh, Jasper's making his bed. I wondered what Jasper was doing there. Right, question number 4. Ladies that left. I know. What keeps you coming back?
Well, I came for the exercise.
Lynn coined a phrase, by the way.
Mm-hmm. And stayed for 101 other reasons as well. When I first came along to Ladies That Lift, I had absolutely no idea. What's a WOD? I used to go home and say to my daughter, what's AMRAP? Right? All these different kind of things. I'd never had a clue, and my daughters were like, oh my God, mother, blah, blah, blah. But just more for the strength. I think as I've got, not that I'm old, I think as I've got older, I want to be stronger. I want to be healthy. I want to look good. We'll bring this in.
Oh yeah, there's a story about shorts.
I would never, ever, the only time I ever wear shorts did wear shorts was in the back garden. Never.
Oh, not even on holiday? Like if you were abroad?
No. Oh, I always wore a skirt or a wee dress.
All right, okay.
Like, you know, when these wee, like, I can't remember what they're called, but just a wee short dress or a wee skirt. Never in a million years, because I've got old ladies' knees, and I thought old ladies' legs, Melton's legs as well. Just didn't like them. And I used to go out anyway, and I used to say, oh, she's got shorts on. Oh my god. And then I kind of forgot the lycra just above the knees.
So the skirts and the dresses that you wore on holiday or whatever would have been knee length, right? Yes. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yep.
That was as high as it ever went. Never ever wore a pair of shorts until I thought, oh God, what's the worst that could happen? So I've now invested in a pair of shorts, and I do wear shorts. I don't wear shorts out, but I wear shorts on holiday if we go walking and whatever. And I would even go to Calendar Park with a pair of shorts on and go for a walk, that kind of thing. Yeah, so I'm more confident about wearing them. I think more, what the heck.
The first time you ever sent me a photo in your shorts was on holiday.
On holiday.
Just wear the shorts.
Wear the shorts.
Nobody cares.
Yes, nobody cares.
Nobody cares, you know.
And I do think, actually, I feel okay. The only time I don't like wearing shorts is in the gym when it's a burpee day.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm just taking a photo of Lynn in her shorts.
Because you've...
You get sore knees.
You get what you could probably describe as carpet burns. And the day that I got them, I had to go home and say to my husband, by the way, I got these in the gym.
Caris gave me carpet buns.
And he went, what are they? I had carpet buns. Yeah, so I feel confident about wearing loads of different things. And also as well, what I found, and this is really bad on my part when I'm talking about wearing shorts. This is how I was in the past. I've become less judgy of other people. And and you know yourself, not that you're judgy at all, Lynn, right? I used to always say that.
Yeah.
But
we're all judgy. I
used to always say to people, my God, imagine wearing it. Imagine, look at her wearing that. And now I go out and I think, good on you, Hen.
Aye.
For wearing it. Well done.
Yeah, totally.
And even when I'm out at work and I see women running, men running, who are overweight and they're really struggling, and I think, well done. Whereas before I might have went, oh my God, you need to run faster or something like that.
Yeah.
I appreciate what everybody is doing to better their life, type of thing. So no, I kind of, I think maybe doing this kind of training and being more confident in myself and appreciate my body more, that I appreciate other people's bodies more. It sounds weird.
And the effort that they're putting in.
Yes, the effort that they're putting in.
I think it's called adulting.
Again? That and eating properly? My God. We'll be getting
Nearly life.
We'll get on the alcohol bit in a minute.
Well, leading on to this, so me and Lynn have, if you follow me, right, you already know my issues with alcohol at the moment. It's an absolute struggle, but I'm not quite there. I'm not quite ready to just
give up.
Yeah, I'm going to keep fighting it. But anyway, Lynn's last question: how is your life balanced now between healthy and party? And feel free to chuck in any alcohol stories that you've got, because they'll never be worse than mine.
When I was dieting before, my calories were saved up for alcohol at the weekend.
Yeah, it was what it was all about.
Yes, and it was, I used to always say, even when I worked in the slimming industry, and people would lose weight and they would feel so good about themselves and whatever, you know, and I used to always say to them, and we're going out tonight to celebrate, right? And I used to say, just be careful, because you could be the cheapest date in the tune. Mm-hmm. And they never, ever got it, right? Until they would come into class the next day, I was hanging the next day. It told you, because you had no sustenance in your body. Yeah. And I used to do the very same, and I would quite like a wee day in my bed on a Sunday and whatever as well, or whatever day it was. And I used to drink as much alcohol, the loose lips and all that kind of thing, didn't it? You know, the fear, what did I do last night? The fear and the eating the next again day. But now I find that maybe a combination of the type of eating that I'm doing, the training that I'm doing, the other things that I do in my life as well, looking after my parents, looking after my grandkids, days out, party, you know, just places to go. I didn't really want to miss any days.
Yeah, I get you.
And I find that when I'm out drinking, my husband will say to me, when you're out with me, we always go home early. You're not home early when you're with your friends. But I think when you're with your friends, you're all chatting. I'm not saying you're drinking as much, but you're drinking differently. You're a wee bit more relaxed. When it's just the two of you, it's like, well, we've already spoke today.
Well, when you didn't see your pals every day, so there's so much to catch up on.
Yes, yeah. It's very different. But I still like to go out and have alcohol, but I like to have it with food. So that has changed, whereas before I wouldn't can you eat? I've got alcohol.
This is us getting old, Lynn. Totally.
So, and I feel now that I could go out, and dare I say it, don't hold me to not drink.
Yeah. I get that.
You know, it's just, I think it is, I wouldn't go out, I wouldn't sit in the house and drink.
No, me the same.
Unless you're having a party, folk round and whatever.
Yeah,
but I just find my relationship, and not that my name is Lynn and I'm an alcoholic, it was ever like that, but I did like a drink. Whereas now I think, no, there's more to...
You could actually take it or leave it based on the situation or the day or...
And even when we go on holiday, but I've always been like that on holiday, abroad anyway, people used to think, oh, 2 weeks all inclusive, it would be amazing. And I say, well, actually, see, when I'm abroad, I drink less than I've ever drunk at home, because, and you've spent all that money on a holiday, you want to enjoy everything that you're doing. You maybe have a couple of cocktails during the day, a wee bottle of wine at night between yous, another wee cocktail or a gin or something like that, and then that's it. You know, you're not sitting at 10 o'clock going, no. Type of thing. So yeah, the whole thing has changed. See, she who's off to have lunch with her daughter, no. Yeah. But no, I do.
She's leaving my house with a bottle of pink prosecco, by the way. Yeah.
I found that I don't get uptight about partying, and by partying I mean even just going to the garden centre for a lunch, you know. How old are we getting? Yeah. Or by partying, I mean going out with my girlfriends or going out with my husband. If I'm doing it, I'm doing it. I'm not saying, oh, I can't have this because, you know, whatever. I do it, and I find, because of the way that I'm eating now, I find it easier to just start afresh the next again day.
Just straight back to it.
Just straight back to it. Whereas I might have had before a couple of days of, oh, can't eat, blah, 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 or binge eating. Yeah. And I didn't find that now.
You're just straight back to it.
Straight back to it, yeah. I just find not that 60's old for him to coming up to that.
So you're not starving yourself on the run up to a social event to save calories, and then you're just getting straight back to it after it. But more importantly, when you're on said social event, you're just enjoying it for what it is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And didn't worry about it.
Do you feel like you're adulting? Oh. I feel like you've came across as a very good adult.
Says she who'll be posted missing at some point.
Well, exactly.
No, I do find, yes, I know, and I know I can be, life and soul of the party and whatever.
Aye.
But I now think that, I could do without alcohol. Well, no.
I think you're like me. I can't make that commitment to give it up, and I don't know if I ever will. Absolutely not. But I've definitely got more of an ability to say no, thank you.
Or I've had enough. Yeah. Or I'll just have a Diet Cola now. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Which I can't believe that I'm actually saying.
I know. Well, before, like, none of the two of us are shy on retiring. Before, you would have been literally the last man standing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, let's go somewhere else.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But it's not worth it. Well, he's can all do what he's want. I'm not telling you it's not worth it. That's just my opinion.
I guess it's going to be hallelujah.
I know. So, finally, just to sum up, 32 minutes of chat, Lynn. That's not actually that bad. Just to sum up, do you feel you have a perfect balance in your life at the moment between work, family, food? Is there anything you would change?
Work? No.
Retire. Would you know? No, you wouldn't.
No. I was on holiday last week, just purely for just to help my daughter with my 2 grandkids. What I actually said was, I'll help you with childcare. By the time it got to my daughter's brain, it actually said, pack a case for them and they can come and stay with me for a week, right?
Shit, yeah.
But I loved having them. But I am not ready for not working. I enjoy my work. Yeah. That sounds really sad.
No, does it?
I've the job that I did before with Scottish Slimmers was for 20 odd years, and I didn't look upon it as a job because it was different people all the time, and you were meeting different slimming friends. You know, that's a bit of a cliche, and you got to chat to them, and probably. I like to chat, you know, and wee stories and this, that, and the next thing. But then it changed near the end, and I thought I became quite anxious about my work.
Yeah.
I became quite stressed. I was gritting my teeth and that kind of thing, and I thought, no, I need to go. And my husband was like, "You just decide what you want to do. Just do it." So I pressed the button when I sent an email to say I was resigning, and then I thought, what will I do? And my daughter said to me, this is us going to come full circle again, yeah. And then my daughter said to me, Mum, you could get a job as a cleaner because you're really good at that, eh? Because that was the only other thing that I was OCD about. So that was how we met again.
Absolutely.
After that. But I do enjoy what I'm doing. I mean, it's a hard shift that me and Laura put in. I'll mention her there.
Top runner, by the way.
that we put in. I do 3 days, she does 5 days, and enjoy it.
She'll look younger than us, Lynn.
Oh, much younger. She can handle her
What's she,
alcohol as
40?
well. 44.
44. She's a bairn.
And she does say that. In fact, sometimes when we're out, people will say, "Is that your daughter?
Is that your mom?
Is that your mom?" And Laura's answer was, "This might not go out." Well, if she was a whore in the day, yes.
Love Laura. Love you, Laura.
Yeah, so, yes, I do have a good balance. I think it's 61.
Yep.
The 3 days working, and it's a hard shift that I put in. The other 2 days taken up with me time and family time, whatever. I've got a good balance with things.
And is there anything you would say to any woman out there that felt that they didn't have a balance? I've just put it on the spot, by the way. We have not rehearsed this.
Change. Although,
Brilliant.
some people maybe are not as fortunate as other people to be able to change. It could be for financial reasons or whatever. You know, if some people are working and they've got to keep working. I mean, my husband says I should be working 10 days a week, but, you know,
Mine's
that's,
the same.
you know, the bank manager, as I like to call him. You can change. You can, you know...
You can make changes to your health, though, can't you? And your lifestyle, regardless.
Yes, we had this discussion. I'm going to bring up my husband here again, because he had a wee TIA a couple of years ago, which was a big shock to us. And he was a hill walker, did a lot of hill walking. But once we recovered from that, I bring me into it as well.
Obviously.
He gave up exercise because he was frightened.
That's quite normal, I know, that would be fair.
In case it brought it on again, because when he was going to the gym, started back to the gym, that was when he had his TIA, and then he's just signed up for the gym again. And I was saying to you earlier that, but I can't do that because I've got a bad back. And I'm saying, but keep doing it and you won't have a bad back. You know, it's all these, it's just, so yes, for health wise, you can make the changes. You don't have to make a big song and dance about it like me, you know. You can. I mean, bringing my gym wife into it.
Yep.
You know, Fiona, see how well she's done just with the small changes to start with. She was a wee bit like, my husband, I can't do this, I can't do that. And now she doesn't say it. And she maybe can't do it, but she does it.
But she's still. So Fiona DL, she's been on the podcast. She's sitting at just over 40 kilos a fat loss, which is
amazing,
fucking amazing. By the way,
and I said to Denise this morning in the gym, Fiona couldn't do that when she came. And look at her now; she hangs for the bars. She cries when she hangs for the bars, but she hangs for the bars that she couldn't do.
Yeah.
So no matter where you're starting, or what your reasons are for not doing it, there's 101 more reasons to do it. Definitely.
I would agree.
It's the benefit.
Right, Lynn, thank you very much.
Thank you for having
Thank
me.
you.
I thought that was a bit easier.
Lynn, it's about, like, obviously we're recording this as well, so I'm like, do you want to come on my podcast? And everybody's like, yeah! And then they sit in front of the camera and they're like, fuck, it's it's actually quite scary, but it's okay. It's just a chat.
Okay, yes.
It's just a
Lynn, chat.
So Lynn, 61, happy birthday to you, has found the perfect balance of health, fitness and nutrition, I would say.
Thanks to you.
Yeah. Well, thanks to you, because if we hadn't met, then...
we would have went.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
thank you
signing
for having
off,
me.
my lovelies. You're very welcome, Lynn. I've got nothing else to say. If you got anything else to say,
See you in the morning.
See you in the morning. See you in the morning. Ladies at Lift Falkirk. I get a free plug now. And the Midlife Reset is my nutrition coaching. Ladies, you can find me on the socials, Coach Caris, on Instagram, Facebook, and I have a YouTube channel as well. I will post Lynn's story very, very soon. Thank you.
Thank you again.
Bye-bye.
Bye.